It's DJ Booty Flakes, and I want to show you guys the mic sound I wanted to get for so long because I don't have like a good mic. It's an all right mic, but I've always been one of those people who like said I'm never gonna get good vocals. So I get like a SM7B or like at least a Rode T1A or something. But like you can get decent vocals on any mic. People have always said that on YouTube, and like I finally started listening, started messing around with some settings. And I'm gonna show you how it sounds up top, so you don't just waste time knowing. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna see real early. If you do like how it sounds though, and you like how the sound I'm trying to get, and I can pretty much break it down for you, then stick around and I'll explain how I got it. So I'm nowhere near like an amazing producer yet, or like an amazing rapper yet. I'm just like trying to get my feet off the ground, and this is like the sound that works for me. So this is a song I ran through the vocals one time, add a little vocal track and a beat. I'm gonna like play it with just toggle on the effects and stuff. It sounds like empty, you know. Every single penny that I spent, no nothing about the world, not nothing about the war. I was trying to come up on a diploma and some girls. I was about to act the fool, I was about to act the fool. Yeah, I should have seen me when I brought up to the school. Snatch some condoms off the wall, snatch some t-shirts on the roof. I was about to have a ball, you know you nigga looking clean. Fresh dress, freshman, no stress back then. No whip, but I was like, when I traveled. And I'm gonna solo that real quick so you can just hear the vocal alone. With a little bit of cream, about to spin it all up so I could follow my dream. How could I foresee what it all meant? I would struggle for every single. See, there's like not really much presence there. Not nothing about the war. I was trying to come up on a diploma and some girls. I was about to act the fool. I was about to act the fool. Yeah, I should have seen me when I pulled up to the school. Snatch some condoms off the wall. Snatch some t-shirts off the grip. All right, so to start it off, first effect is a gate because yeah, it's a little noisy in here. Like, I got my gaming computer is what I record on, and it's just like sitting next to me, and I haven't made like any attempts to mask the sound, so a gate's good for me. Plus, like I got a pretty large room with like wood floors and a lot of flat walls. There's like stuff to block it out, but I haven't really worked on isolating the sound. My fault, but like I just have a gate on up top. Quickly run down of a gate. Closed threshold is basically when your mic gets turned off. It's usually going to be lower than your open threshold. Your open threshold is when your mic gets turned on. So when your voice goes over 38 dB, that's when it starts working. At least that's my understanding of it. See, we're at probably about like, we're peaking up to around 9, let's say around -12. So any sounds that like come, let me, let's see. Turn off the FX track real quick. Just mute that. Check. All right. Let me turn my mic up a little bit. I got a condenser mic, so like anytime I have the gain up, you just hear everything. Hear that little bit of. But yeah, that's why I have a gate on. I'll keep the FX disabled for now, so you can just hear a difference. Another thing is the EQ. The way I found out how to EQ, I saw it on a bunch of different YouTube videos. Like a lot of people use this mesh. It's called subtractive EQ. Basically, you find the frequencies you don't like. You narrow down a frequency band, and just here's what you do. You just scan for what sounds weird. You try to find you can't like take everything out, because then everything's just gonna sound terrible. So find the one you hate the most and just like that. Around 1K is really a problem, so we're gonna, in fact, I think I have it down a little bit too much. Let's take down some, not all of it. Then around here, it sounds like conflicting frequencies right there. Once again, I need to not take that down so drastically, but here it sounds like weird FX with this, so just put that about right there. And then onto the compressor. I've had just like regular compressors, but I try to use the Focusrite compressor every time because I'm like, Focusrite made it, and they made my interface and my mic. It probably works real well with it. So works the same with any compressor. First, you have the input. That's just the signal coming into this compressor. So imagine like taking a plug from the EQ and going straight into the compressor. Then my makeup gain's set pretty high. That's because I'm compressing pretty hard. And basically that's because I want like a lot of volume coming through the mic, and I want it sounding processed because I don't want to hear like, I don't want to hear how bad my room sounds. I want like a lot of vocal coming through, like squished down. See, did I enable that? Yeah, that's enabled. So then when Yeah, that's loud. My bad. Let me back up away from the mic a little bit. It's so you can get those aggressive, present sounding vocals. I'm just gonna turn that off for a little bit. And on later presets, like other files, I turned this down a bit because I realized that was a little bit too much. Because I'd basically put I'd compress it super hard just because of how much volume is coming through. So I had to find a good balance between my mic settings. So I just kept my mic on my interface the level at neutral, and I just like play around and find out what's the right volume. Because like when you're compressing so hard, you got to get over that little threshold. So that's why I'm gonna just leave it around 20. So now my vocals are coming through like super strong, super forward. And also there's some that say get like 6 inches away from the mic, and that's pretty good. Like if I was singing, I'd probably do that. But like when I was making the rap vocals, I wanted it like real close. And for this, I just used de-essing preset. It pretty much keeps it like around. It keeps it near neutral. It takes like 17 dB. It adds 17 dB to both the open and close threshold. Then like increases the attack and release. And I found putting 2 gates on just like helps you even out some of those sounds you don't want to hear. Like I was trying to like get all the breaths out, but like breath is natural, and if you just like have one where you don't breathe, and like it just sounds weird. If you listen back to like Mos Def, Black on Both Sides, you can hear like every breath he takes, and it just sounds like such a good organic album. Here we go again. I turned the compressor up to halfway on this, and now it's getting more like this ultra compressed feel. Like if I turn this down, it sounds like this. Testing, 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 testing. I like the vocals to sound squashed because it feels like rather than hearing like this wide like boring sound of just like a normal voice coming through a boxy microphone, or not even boxy microphone, it's the room that you're hearing the microphone. I find this helps get that out. I actually don't really know what the expander does. I just put it at really high, and I like how it sounds. Then for this, the channel stripper basically combines the compression, expander, and EQ all in one, and I feel like it's really good to like just even out like a sound. And it's probably a little bit extreme again, but not having those low sounding ones, like those low sounding frequencies, having it in the mid range really helps to cut above the instruments. So I kept this like around neutral, then like just boosted the top to give it a little sparkle, because without that it sounds like a little bit like you're talking through a walkie-talkie. But technically I kind of sound like that anyway with this. And then Frontier is I got this from the Focusrite cloud also. It's just a limiter, and I put that on and just stops the channel from going over 0 dB. Even though if you look at the master, I still haven't got around to mixing that. But that's like basically the breakdown of that. And then we have over here my FX channel. It just like got real quiet when I clicked on that. Check, 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 check. It's kind of weird. I guess it stops like monitoring the vocal as hard when I'm not clicked on it. That's the first time I've seen that, honestly. Let's see, click on that. Hear the echo. Check, check, check. So on first one, I just have an open air reverb. Alright, let me take that off for a sec. I have an open air reverb on the first one. I just like found one of the ones I like. The mix is up, and I used to like be like, why would you ever put the mix all the way up? It sounds like super terrible. But I'm just sending a little bit of the signal over there, so that's why it doesn't sound super bad. So a little bit of signals going in just to like enhance my vocal. And then I have a little bit of delay to just like it adds on top of the reverb to make it feel even fuller. So let's see. Here we are over here again. I'm gonna solo the track and toggle the send track on and off. With a little bit of cream, about to spin it all up so I can follow my dream. How could I foresee? It sounds very much like I'm just in my bedroom on this one. But this is like a space I am in, just like to differentiate me just from being in my bedroom. Put me in like the space of the song. Now I'm gonna play that with the rest of the song on and off. It's a very slight difference, but you'll notice that difference. You can play around with that just to see if you find a level you really like. Personally, I think that's way too much. Let's calm that down a little bit. Team with a little bit of cream, about to spin it all up so I could follow my dream. How could I foresee what it all meant? I would struggle for every single penny that I spent. Know nothing about the world, not nothing about the war. I was trying to come. And that's pretty much it. I've talked way too long for like something that's probably not too complex. I could have just showed you how to do it, but I wanted to like explain my thought process behind it. I'm not the most articulate when it comes to all of the engineering stuff because there's people who go to school for this. Okay, let me chill that out for a sec. There's people who go to school for this, and I'm just some guy learning it all home through YouTube and through trial and error. But I hope that I was like able to help you a little bit, you know, to at least open up a process so you can find your own sound and see where you get with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to hear more tips and tricks. Also, I have studied extensively, like just like combing through books, different YouTube things, other production tips and stuff, just to like try to bring a little knowledge to this bedroom producer thing, so that I'm not just sitting here having all my songs just like completely unmastered, unmixed. At least letting myself know the basics of it to get a good track out that's easy to listen to. Thanks for watching, and I hope y'all see more in future. Booty Flakes out. Yeah, let me never say that again.